What's going on, my Fly Hippie family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. Sheryl Swoopes, once again, putting her foot in her mouth, dragging herself down the rabbit hole, man. We're about to get all the way into it, but before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy if you like the content. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit at least 12.4 by the end of the day, man. We are 2 off, so if y'all can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it. Alright, so Sheryl Swoopes, I guess, was backing this dude, Tony. Because Tony is one of those dudes that I spoke on maybe 2 videos ago. Where I was like, you know, men, you have to realize who you're jumping in front of the bullet for. Not every woman deserves that type of chivalry, man. And this is a prime example. She is completely wrong in this situation. And here come Tony. Oh, one more thing before I roll out. Let's not forget what Nancy Lieberman said about Kennedy Carter. We all heard it. Look at this, look at this. I ain't gonna say what I really think of Stephen A., but best believe I will come to Swoopes' defense. I'm being nice, so don't try me. This man got a pellet gun in his pocket, making threats. Come on, Tony. You're better than this. I don't even know you, and I feel like you're better than this, sir. The whole thing is, Sheryl Swoopes jumped out of her seat when she saw a black man taking her back. And she ended up tweeting Stephen A. Smith, hey, you forgot to ask her about this. And let's see what this is. If I were Caitlin Clark, I would have punched her in the face. I would have told her to F off. Right? Now, the whole problem with this is, first off, anybody in this situation would have did the same thing. Hey, you can talk all the trash you want. Just don't put your hands on me. Because you'll catch these hands. You will catch the fade. The majority of people in the world could agree that if somebody come and shove you like that from behind, you would be ready to scrap. Or squabble, as I like to say. Even if she said this, they're acting like she lied on a player. They're acting like she's been racist or something. Now, what makes this even worse is that she did bring this up in the interview. She brought this up. Stephen A. didn't have to ask about it because she brought it up. So, thank you, KJ. She brought it up right here in the interview. Take a listen.
It's a concentric circle of who I am, and that's my era. And so, to her point, Teresa Weatherspoon called me, my dear friend, who I love, respect, and admire. She said, Nancy, I was disappointed what you said. And we had a conversation. And I said, Spoon, I didn't say she should punch Kennedy Carter in her face. I said, this is what I would do if I were blindsided. And I've known Kennedy since she was in high school here in Dallas. I think she's a hell of a player, right, and should have been on the All-Star team.
She is.
But my comment about hitting her wasn't about her. But we had this conversation, which we apparently cannot have with me and Sheryl Swoopes. And I still think she was incorrect about what she did. And, you know, we all have to be professional, right? You covered people, right? You and Durant have kind of gone at it in and out for a little bit, but you still do highlights and talk about him and share the greatness of him. You don't have to agree with everything with him, but just do your job.
Guy.
So there you have it. Do your job. That was the most brilliant statement for Sheryl Swoopes. You don't have to like Caitlin Clark. You don't have to agree with her. You don't have to glaze her. But at least don't lie and do your job. Swoopes, you're making yourself look very foolish right now. You need to think before you react. Take a few moments. Get all the evidence you need. You need to do your research before you post. Before you say anything else on this topic. Start doing your research. And from what she's saying, it makes plenty sense. She wasn't saying she would just come out of nowhere and punch Kennedy Carter in the face. Like, that's not what she's saying. She's saying if she was in that situation, Kennedy would have got swung on. As much as people brag about how tough and rough it was for the NBA back in the day, the physicality level, now all of a sudden, it's not okay for Nancy to talk about the physicality, the level of toughness back in the day, the mindset of back in the day, how they would be scrapping. We've seen it. We've seen how the bad boy Pistons was scrapping back in the day. Like I said in the other videos, not every woman deserves for you to jump in front of a bullet for them. Not every woman deserves that. Tony, you're defending somebody that is flat out wrong. And men, please, before you run and play superheroes, play Superman for women, make sure that they deserve that. Make sure they're not in the wrong. Make sure they didn't deserve what they was getting. She's getting what she asked for, basically. She made her bed, now she need to lay in it. Swoopes reposting some guy who lives in his parents' basement. Oh man, post is alarming. Someone sent a wellness check to this woman because this is desperate. It looked bad, man. I'm thinking that's probably her husband or something. That looked bad, man. That looked bad. Nightcap trying to get her. They trying to get on the episode. You know they spoke about this, right? Did you even listen? That's what I'm saying. See, you have to do your research before you post. That is very important. I learned that really fast before doing any of this. You have to do your research. Okay, this is Tony's post. So let's see what he had to say, man. If somebody at your job came out of nowhere and hip checked you to the ground, what would you do? It was no problem with what Kennedy did, but if she would have gotten stolen on, it would be justified. Y'all be mad about stuff you would agree with in any other time. Only disagreement here is he said it was no problem with what she did. It is a problem with what she did. Keep it clean. I can't stand dirty players, man. Let's see what he had to say about that. This wasn't even about a hip check. You missed the whole post of the post. So this conversation needs no further discussion. What is the post of the post? What are you saying? What is it? I mean, had nothing valid to say right there. But Caitlin Clark did nothing. Many people would have punched her in the face. What don't you racists get? 18% of flagrant fouls are against CC, 80% by the team coached by a nasty woman. The W should suspend all players for non-basketball flagrant fouls, period. Explain to me how we are racist. What was said in my post, what was racist? If you can't point it out word for word, no further debate needs to be. So he's not really trying to debate anybody. He's not trying to defend Sheryl Swoopes to the utmost. They're going to call you the racist because you're defending somebody who's completely wrong. You're black, she's black, so now it looks like you just defending a black woman. You just coming to a black woman's rescue. That's what it looked like. That's why you have to do your full research, man. Stop just diving in because it's a black woman and you're black. So we supposed to just defend. No. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. That's how it goes, man. If that's your logic, just because she's black, she's right, whew, you got a lot of growing up to do, man. A lot of growing up to do. Of course, you are coming to a racist, bias, prejudice, bigot's defense. Because that's what you are too. Look, they're going to call you this. They're going to call you this because you're defending some ridiculous behavior right now. The woman is clearly in the wrong. She couldn't even get her facts straight about Cece. And what does that quote from Nancy have anything to do with? She said, if she. I'm not even going to have another conversation with you. You couldn't even point out what either one of us said that was racist. You had no evidence whatsoever. That you had to apologize for your false accusations. I ain't sticking up for her because she black. Try again, homie. Then why are you sticking up for her? Right now, you're not saying anything, Tony. It looks like you're defending her because she's a black woman and you're black. What can you say to convince us that you're not doing this because she's black? I think he's just looking for clout, man. He wanted people to attack him so he can tweet. Hey, man, enjoy your 5 minutes of fame, I guess, man. But look, at the end of the day, Sheryl, stop burying yourself in a rabbit hole, man. Get yourself out of this. Just stop talking. You know what to clean this up, man. Just come out publicly and apologize for all the wrong you've been doing, all the nonsense, the antics. Just apologize, Sheryl. That's all you have to do. Just apologize for everything. Now, I don't know if that's going to save you. But at the end of the day, you you have to do something. Stop trying to go against the grain is the first thing. Stop going after Stephen A, because he's going to ruin you if you keep this up. Stop going after Nancy. Look, I didn't want to make this video long, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.